The vast expanse of space stretched out before the human crew, filled with the twinkling brilliance of distant stars. Aboard the state-of-the-art spacecraft, an elite team of astronauts gazed out the viewport, their eyes alight with wonder and anticipation. This was humanity's most ambitious endeavor yet, a mission to establish the first permanent lunar colony, a stepping stone towards the stars. After years of meticulous planning and rigorous training, the moment had finally arrived. The crew, brimming with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, knew the weight of their responsibility. At the helm of the spacecraft sat Commander Emily Grayson, a seasoned veteran whose unwavering determination had earned her the trust of both her crew and the space agency that had selected her for this historic mission. Her gaze was fixed on the rapidly approaching lunar surface, her mind racing with contingency plans should anything go awry. "All right, team," she said, her voice calm and steady. "We're about to enter the moon's gravitational field. I need everyone at their stations and ready to execute the landing protocols." The other astronauts quickly sprang into action, each one focusing on their designated tasks. Specialist John Ramirez monitored the spacecraft's systems, while astrophysicist Dr. Sophie Nguyen analyzed the telemetry data streaming in from the various sensors. As the lunar landscape grew larger in the viewports, Commander Grayson's fingers danced across the console, making minute adjustments to the spacecraft's trajectory. "We're looking good, people. Let's bring this bird in for a smooth landing." Suddenly, a series of warning lights flashed across the control panel, accompanied by a shrill alarm. Grayson's brow furrowed as she scanned the displays, her heart racing. "What's happening, John?" she demanded, her voice laced with urgency. "I'm not sure, Commander," Ramirez replied, his fingers flying across the keyboard. "We've got a malfunction in the main propulsion system. It's causing instability in the attitude control." Grayson's mind raced as she weighed their options. "Can you isolate the problem and reroute power?" "Negative, Commander. The systems are completely locked up. We're losing control." The spacecraft began to shudder violently, tossing the crew about the cabin. Grayson gripped the armrests of her seat, her knuckles turning white as she fought to maintain control. "Brace for impact," she shouted, her voice barely audible over the deafening alarms. The crew braced themselves as the spacecraft hurtled towards the lunar surface, its outer hull slamming into the rocky terrain with a sickening crunch. The impact sent a jarring shockwave through the cabin, knocking the astronauts from their seats. Darkness enveloped the spacecraft as the main power failed, and the eerie silence that followed was broken only by the sound of labored breathing and the occasional groan of pain. Slowly, one by one, the crew members regained their senses, pulling themselves from the tangled wreckage. Commander Grayson, her face streaked with blood from a gash on her forehead, quickly assessed the situation. "Status report, everyone," she ordered, her voice hoarse. Ramirez groaned as he gingerly extricated himself from the twisted console. "I'm alive, but my leg is broken. Nguyen is unconscious, and I can't tell how badly she's injured." Grayson nodded, her mind already racing with a plan of action. "Okay, we need to secure the cabin and tend to our injuries. We'll worry about the spacecraft later. Ramirez, see what you can do for Nguyen. I'll check on the others." As the commander moved through the dimly lit cabin, she couldn't help but feel a twinge of despair. Their mission, which had once been filled with such promise, had now become a desperate struggle for survival. But Grayson knew that giving in to fear or doubt would only jeopardize their chances of making it back home. "We'll get through this," she said, more to herself than to the others. "We have to." With a renewed sense of determination, the crew set to work, their only focus on finding a way to endure the harsh lunar environment and signal for help. The fate of their mission now hung in the balance, and the future of humanity's presence on the moon rested squarely on their shoulders. The eerie silence that followed the crash landing was deafening. Dust and debris swirled through the damaged cabin, casting an ominous pall over the scene. Injured and disoriented, the human crew struggled to regain their bearings, their labored breaths the only sound that pierced the stillness. Commander Grayson surveyed the wreckage, her heart sinking as she took in the full extent of the damage. The spacecraft, once a testament to human engineering, now lay in a crumpled heap, its once sleek exterior marred by deep gashes and scorched metal. "All right, people, listen up," she said, her voice steady despite the fear that gnawed at her. "We need to get this place secured and tend to our injuries." Ramirez, Hausen Nguyen. John Ramirez, his face etched with concern, gently cradled the unconscious astrophysicist. "She's got a nasty head injury, but I think she'll be okay. I've managed to stop the bleeding and stabilize her." Grayson nodded, relieved to hear the news. "Good work. Now, let's see what else we're dealing with." The commander moved through the cabin, checking on the other crew members. Thankfully, aside from a few bumps and bruises, the rest of the team seemed relatively unharmed. With a steadying breath, Grayson began to strategize their next steps. "All right, listen up. We need to secure the cabin, assess the systems, and determine the extent of the damage. Ramirez, you and Wilson take care of Nguyen and see if you can get the emergency medical supplies online. The rest of you, let's get to work." The crew sprang into action, their training and discipline kicking in as they set about their tasks. Grayson, her mind racing, moved to the main console, her fingers flying across the controls. She frowned as she studied the readouts, her heart sinking with each passing moment. "Damn it," she muttered under her breath. "The primary systems are completely fried. We've got limited power, no communications, and the structural integrity is compromised." Feeling the weight of their situation, Grayson took a moment to compose herself. She knew that their survival now depended on their ability to think clearly and act decisively. Pushing aside her own fears, she turned to her crew, her gaze resolute. "All right, people, listen up. We're in a bad situation, but we're not out of the fight yet. We need to focus on stabilizing the cabin, conserving our resources, and finding a way to signal for help." The crew nodded, their expressions grim but determined. They knew the odds were stacked against them, but the will to survive burned brightly in their hearts. As the team set to work, Grayson moved to the viewport, her gaze fixed on the lunar landscape that stretched out before them. The alien world, once the stuff of dreams and fantasies, now felt like a cold and unforgiving prison. She couldn't help but wonder if they would ever see Earth again. Suddenly, a flicker of movement in the distance caught her eye. Narrowing her gaze, Grayson leaned in, her heart pounding. "What the?" She stumbled back, her eyes widening in disbelief. Ramirez, hearing the commotion, rushed to her side. "Commander, what is it?" Grayson could barely find the words to respond. I think we've got company." As the two astronauts watched, the unidentified object grew closer, its sleek, otherworldly design a stark contrast to the rugged lunar terrain. Grayson felt a surge of both fear and curiosity, her mind racing with the implications of this unexpected development. "Get the others," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We need to be ready for anything." The crew gathered around the viewport, their eyes fixed on the approaching craft. They knew that this was a moment that would forever change the course of human history. Whatever happened next, they were determined to face it head-on, their resolve strengthened by the knowledge that the fate of their mission, and perhaps the future of their species, now rested in their hands. The human crew watched in awe as the sleek alien spacecraft descended gracefully onto the lunar surface, its intricate design unlike anything they had ever seen. The craft landed with a soft thud, kicking up a cloud of fine, powdery dust that danced in the low gravity. For a long moment, no one dared to move, their eyes fixed on the enigmatic vessel. Commander Grayson felt her heart racing, a mixture of trepidation and curiosity churning within her. The fate of their mission, and perhaps the entire human race, now hung in the balance. Slowly, the hatch of the alien craft slid open, and a figure emerged, silhouetted against the blackness of space. The crew held their breath, their hands instinctively reaching for the weapons they had brought for their mission, only to remember that they had been rendered useless in the crash landing. As the figure moved closer, its features became clearer, revealing an otherworldly being unlike anything the astronauts had ever seen. Tall and slender, with large, luminous eyes and delicate, translucent skin, the alien seemed to glide across the lunar surface, its movements fluid and graceful. Grayson stepped forward, her hand raised in a gesture of peace. "Hello," she called out, her voice carrying through the thin atmosphere. "We mean you no harm." The alien paused, its head tilting slightly to the side, as if studying the human crew. Then, to the astronaut's amazement, it responded in a melodic, lilting voice. "Greetings, Earthlings. We have been expecting you." Grayson blinked, momentarily taken aback by the alien's unexpected response. You've been expecting us." The alien nodded, its expression calm and serene. "Indeed, we have been monitoring your progress for some time, and we are aware of your mission to establish a permanent presence on our moon." The crew exchanged bewildered glances, their minds reeling with the implications of the alien's words. Ramirez, his curiosity overcoming his caution, stepped forward. "If you've been watching us, then you must know that our spacecraft is badly damaged. Can you help us?" The alien regarded the human with a contemplative gaze. "We are aware of your plight, and we are here to offer our assistance." Grayson felt a surge of hope, but she couldn't shake the feeling of unease that lingered in the back of her mind. "Why would you help us?" she asked, her voice tinged with suspicion. "What do you want in return?" The alien raised a slender hand, its movements graceful and unhurried. "We have no ulterior motives, Commander Grayson. We simply wish to aid you in your time of need and to forge a bond of cooperation between our peoples." Grayson's eyes widened in surprise. "How do you know my name?" "We have been studying your species for some time," the alien replied, its voice soft and melodic. "We are aware of the importance of this mission and the potential it holds for the future of your kind." The commander considered the alien's words, her mind racing with a myriad of questions. She knew that this was a moment of unparalleled significance, a crossroads that could shape the course of human history. With a deep breath, she stepped forward, her gaze resolute. "If you are here to help us, then we are grateful. Our mission is one of exploration and discovery, and we would be honored to work with you in pursuit of that goal." The alien inclined its head, a subtle expression of acknowledgement. "Then let us begin," it said, its tone laced with a hint of warmth. "There is much work to be done, and time is of the essence." As the alien turned and gestured towards its craft, the human crew followed, their awe and trepidation giving way to a sense of cautious optimism. They knew that the road ahead would be fraught with challenges, but the promise of an unexpected alliance had ignited a spark of hope within them. For the first time since their crash landing, the astronauts felt a glimmer of possibility, a sense that their mission might yet succeed. And as they approached the alien vessel, they couldn't help but wonder what wonders and discoveries lay in store for them, and for all of humanity. The human crew followed the enigmatic alien being towards its sleek, otherworldly craft, their hearts pounding with a mixture of trepidation and curiosity. As they approached the vessel, the crew couldn't help but marvel at its elegant design, the seamless curves and glowing panels a stark contrast to the rugged lunar landscape. Commander Grayson, her mind racing with 1,000 questions, stepped forward, her hand raised in a gesture of goodwill. "Thank you for your offer of assistance," she said, her voice calm and measured. "I must admit, we are not entirely sure what to make of your presence here. Can you tell us more about your people and your intentions?" The alien regarded the human commander with a contemplative gaze, its luminous eyes seemingly filled with a deep well of knowledge and understanding. "We are a peaceful people, Commander Grayson," the alien replied, its melodic voice lilting through the thin atmosphere. "We have been observing your kind for some time, and we have come to the conclusion that your presence on this moon is a significant step in the evolution of your species." Grayson nodded, her brow furrowed in thought. So you've been monitoring our progress. But why? What is it about our mission that has drawn your interest? The alien paused, as if carefully considering its words. We believe that the establishment of a permanent human presence on this lunar surface has profound implications for the future of your civilization. Your journey here represents a pivotal moment, one that could lead to a deeper understanding between our peoples and the forging of new bonds of cooperation. The crew exchanged bewildered glances, their minds struggling to comprehend the implications of the alien's words. Ramirez, his curiosity piqued, stepped forward. Cooperation. Are you saying that you're willing to share your knowledge and technology with us? The alien inclined its head, a gesture that seemed to convey both acknowledgement and a hint of amusement. Indeed, John Ramirez, we see great potential in your species, and we believe that by working together, we can help to accelerate your progress and unlock new frontiers of discovery. Grayson felt a surge of hope, but she couldn't ignore the lingering sense of unease that gnawed at her. Forgive me, but I have to ask, what's in it for you? Why are you so willing to help us? The alien's expression remained serene, its movements graceful and unhurried. We have no ulterior motives, Commander. Our desire to assist you is born out of a genuine belief in the power of cooperation and the transformative potential of cross-cultural exchange. Grayson considered the alien's words, her mind racing with the implications. She knew that this was a moment of unparalleled significance, a crossroads that could shape the course of human history. With a deep breath, she stepped forward, her gaze resolving. If what you say is true, then we would be honored to work with you. Our mission is one of exploration and discovery, and the opportunity to forge an alliance with an advanced extraterrestrial civilization is beyond anything we could have imagined. The alien's lips curled into a subtle smile, a gesture that seemed to convey a sense of understanding and acceptance. Then let us begin, it said, gesturing towards the craft. There is much work to be done, and time is of the essence. As the human crew followed the alien towards the vessel, they couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and trepidation. They knew that they were on the precipice of a new era, one in which the boundaries between their world and the unknown would be shattered. And with each step, they found themselves drawn deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos, their desire to unravel the secrets of the universe burning brighter than ever before. As the human crew stepped into the alien vessel, they were immediately struck by the sheer technological sophistication that surrounded them. The interior was a study in sleek, seamless design, with glowing panels and holographic displays that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Commander Grayson felt a sense of awe and trepidation wash over her. She had spent years training for this mission, honing her skills and preparing for every eventuality, but nothing could have prepared her for the reality of interacting with an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. The alien guide, sensing the astronaut's wonder, gestured towards the various systems with a graceful sweep of its hand. "Welcome to our vessel," it said, its melodic voice filling the cabin. "Please, feel free to explore and examine our technology. We are here to assist you in any way we can." Ramirez, his natural curiosity overriding his caution, stepped forward, his eyes wide with fascination. "This is incredible. The level of integration and automation is unlike anything we've ever seen. How does it all work?" The alien's expression remained serene as it began to explain the intricacies of the vessel's systems. "Our technology is based on principles that are quite foreign to your own. We have harnessed the power of quantum mechanics and advanced material sciences to create propulsion, energy, and communication systems that are far beyond your current capabilities." Grayson listened intently, her mind racing with the implications. "So you're saying that you have mastered forms of technology that we can't even begin to comprehend?" The alien nodded. "Indeed, Commander. The gulf between our civilizations is vast, but we believe that through cooperation and shared knowledge, we can help to accelerate your own technological development." Sophie Nguyen, the crew's astrophysicist, who had been carefully observing the proceedings, stepped forward, her eyes shining with curiosity. If what you're saying is true, then the potential for scientific and technological advancement is staggering. I can't even begin to imagine the breakthroughs we could achieve by combining our knowledge and resources. The alien's lips curled into a faint smile, a gesture that seemed to convey a sense of understanding and approval. That is precisely why we have chosen to offer our assistance. We believe that the future of your species and our own are intertwined, and that by working together, we can unlock new frontiers of discovery that will benefit us all. Grayson felt a surge of hope, but she couldn't ignore the nagging doubts that continued to linger in the back of her mind. Forgive me, but I have to ask. What is the catch? What do you expect in return for your generosity? The alien's expression remained serene, its gaze steady and unwavering. There is no catch, Commander. Our desire to help you is genuine and unencumbered by any ulterior motives. We simply wish to foster a spirit of cooperation and mutual understanding between our peoples. Grayson considered the alien's words, her mind weighing the risks and rewards. She knew that this was a pivotal moment, one that could shape the course of human history. And as she looked around the cabin, seeing the awe and wonder on the faces of her crew, she realized that the potential rewards far outweighed the risks. With a deep breath, she stepped forward, her hand outstretched. Then we gratefully accept your offer of assistance. Let us work together to build a future where our civilizations can thrive and learn from one another. The alien clasped Grayson's hand, its grip surprisingly firm and warm. Excellent. Let us begin. As the human crew set to work, repairing their damaged spacecraft with the aliens' advanced technology, they couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and optimism. For the first time since their crash landing, they saw a glimmer of hope, a future where the boundaries between their world and the unknown could be bridged, and where the potential for discovery and progress knew no limits. As the human crew worked alongside their alien counterparts, the initial trepidation and uncertainty that had marked their first encounter began to give way to a growing sense of fascination and mutual understanding. Commander Grayson, her initial skepticism gradually melting away, found herself drawn into the aliens' methodical approach to repairing the damaged spacecraft. She marveled at the seamless integration of their technology, the way the various systems seemed to intuitively communicate and coordinate with one another. "This is truly remarkable," Grayson murmured, her fingers tracing the contours of a glowing interface. "The level of efficiency and precision is unlike anything we've ever achieved." The alien guide, its luminous eyes fixed on the task at hand, nodded in acknowledgement. "Your spacecraft is a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of your species. We are simply providing the tools and knowledge to help you overcome this setback." Grayson felt a surge of pride, but she couldn't ignore the nagging questions that continued to linger in the back of her mind. "If I may ask, what is the nature of your own civilization? I'm curious to learn more about your people and your history." The alien paused, its gaze momentarily distant. "Our society is built upon principles of harmony, cooperation, and the pursuit of knowledge. We are a peaceful people, driven by a deep reverence for the cosmos and a desire to understand our place within it." Ramirez, who had been closely observing the alien's movements, spoke up, his voice tinged with wonder. "So you've mastered interstellar travel and technology on a scale that dwarfs our own. What drives your species to explore the stars?" The alien's expression softened, almost imperceptibly. "The vastness of the universe, and the mysteries it holds, have long been a source of fascination for our people. We believe that by expanding our knowledge and forging connections with other civilizations, we can unlock new frontiers of discovery that will benefit us all." Sophie Nguyen, the astrophysicist, her eyes shining with excitement, leaned forward, her curiosity palpable. "In that case, I can't help but wonder, what have you learned about the broader cosmos? What secrets have you uncovered that could transform our understanding of the universe?" The alien's gaze grew thoughtful, as if carefully considering how to convey the depth of its knowledge. "The universe is vast and complex, filled with wonders that your species has yet to even imagine. We have encountered civilizations that operate on principles and technologies that defy your current models of reality. We have seen the birth and death of entire star systems, and we have glimpsed the fundamental forces that shape the very fabric of existence. Grayson felt a shiver of awe run down her spine. That's hard to even comprehend. To think that there is so much out there, beyond the boundaries of our own understanding. The alien nodded, its expression almost wistful. Indeed, Commander. And it is our hope that by sharing our knowledge and experiences with you, we can help to expand the horizons of human discovery and forge a future where our peoples stand together, united in their quest to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. As the crew listened, their minds racing with the implications of the alien's words, they couldn't help but feel a growing sense of humility and wonder. The gulf between human and extraterrestrial civilizations seemed almost unfathomable, and yet the alien's words carried a genuine warmth and sincerity that resonated with them. Grayson, her initial skepticism all but forgotten, felt a surge of optimism and determination. Then let us work together to build a future where our peoples can learn from one another and grow in ways we never thought possible. The alien's lips curled into a subtle smile, a gesture that seemed to convey a deep sense of understanding and approval. Excellent, Commander. Let us begin. As the crew set to work, their hands moving with newfound confidence and purpose, they knew that they were embarking on a journey unlike any other. The promise of interstellar cooperation and the prospect of unlocking the secrets of the universe filled them with a sense of wonder and determination that burned brighter than ever before. As the human crew and their alien allies worked tirelessly to repair the damaged spacecraft, a palpable sense of excitement and optimism permeated the lunar surface. The technological gap between the two civilizations had initially seemed daunting, but with the aliens' guidance and expertise, the astronauts found themselves making rapid progress. Commander Grayson, her brow furrowed in concentration, carefully monitored the system diagnostics, her fingers flying across the holographic displays. She marveled at the seamless integration of the alien technology, the way it seemed to intuitively communicate and coordinate with the human-built components. "This is remarkable," she murmured, her eyes shining with amazement. "We've never seen anything like this before." The alien guide, its luminous eyes fixed on the task at hand, nodded in acknowledgement. "Your spacecraft is a remarkable achievement, Commander. We are simply providing the knowledge and resources to help you overcome this setback." Grayson felt a surge of gratitude, but she couldn't ignore the lingering questions that continued to weigh on her mind. "If I may ask, once we have the spacecraft repaired and ready to depart, what will become of us? Will you be accompanying us back to Earth?" The alien's expression remained serene, its movements graceful and unhurried. "That is a decision for you and your crew to make. Our purpose here is to assist you in establishing a permanent presence on this lunar surface and to share our knowledge and resources in service of that goal." Grayson blinked, momentarily taken aback by the alien's words. "A permanent presence? You mean you're willing to help us build a lunar colony?" The alien nodded, a subtle smile playing at the corners of its lips. "Indeed, Commander. We believe that the establishment of a human outpost on this moon holds tremendous potential for the future of your species. With our aid, you can accelerate the process and lay the groundwork for even greater achievements." Ramirez, who had been listening intently, stepped forward, his eyes shining with excitement. This is beyond anything we could have imagined. The implications for scientific research, resource exploration, and even future interplanetary missions are staggering." Sophie Nguyen, the astrophysicist, her mind racing with the possibilities, nodded in agreement. "Just think of the breakthroughs we could achieve by combining our knowledge and resources. The advancement of human civilization could be accelerated by decades, if not centuries." Grayson felt a surge of pride and determination. She knew that this was a pivotal moment, one that could shape the course of human history. And with the alien's unexpected offer of assistance, the possibilities seemed endless. "Then we gratefully accept your offer of aid," she said, her voice resolute. "Together, We will establish a permanent human presence on the lunar surface and lay the foundation for a future of unprecedented discovery and progress. The alien's expression softened, a gesture that seemed to convey a sense of satisfaction and approval. Excellent. Let us begin the construction of your new home. In the days that followed, the human crew and their alien allies worked in tandem, their efforts fueled by a shared sense of purpose and boundless curiosity. The aliens' advanced technology and expertise allowed the astronauts to quickly erect the infrastructure for a thriving lunar outpost, replete with living quarters, research facilities, and resource extraction capabilities. As the final touches were being put in place, Grayson stood back, her gaze sweeping across the bustling lunar landscape. She couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and humility, knowing that they were on the cusp of a new era in human history. "It's almost hard to believe," she murmured, her eyes shining with emotion. "We're really doing it. Establishing a permanent human presence on the moon, with the help of our new alien allies." Ramirez, who had been standing at her side, placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "It's just the beginning, Commander. With the knowledge and resources we've gained, the possibilities are endless." Grayson nodded, a determined smile spreading across her face. "Then let's make the most of it. The future of our species is waiting for us, out there among the stars." As the crew prepared to depart, their hearts filled with a renewed sense of purpose and wonder, they knew that they were embarking on a journey unlike any other. The promise of interstellar cooperation and the prospect of unlocking the secrets of the universe had never seemed more tangible, and they were determined to seize the opportunity with both hands. With the aliens' unwavering support and guidance, the human crew worked tirelessly to transform the once desolate lunar surface into a thriving outpost of scientific exploration and technological advancement. The construction of the permanent settlement progressed at a staggering pace, the seamless integration of human and extraterrestrial technologies, allowing the astronauts to overcome challenges that would have once seemed insurmountable. Commander Grayson, her eyes alight with a sense of wonder and pride, surveyed the bustling hub of activity that had taken shape around them. Towering domes housing state-of-the-art research facilities stood alongside modular living quarters, and an intricate network of tunnels and transport systems crisscrossed the lunar terrain. "It's remarkable," she murmured, her gaze sweeping across the landscape. "Just a few months ago, this was nothing more than a barren, lifeless rock. And now, it's a hub of human activity and discovery." The alien guide, its luminous eyes fixed on the scene, nodded in acknowledgement. "Your species has proven to be remarkably adaptable and resourceful, Commander. With our combined knowledge and efforts, we have been able to achieve what would have once seemed impossible." Grayson turned to face the alien, her expression thoughtful. "And as we prepare to depart, what will become of this outpost? Will you be staying here to continue the work with us?" The alien's lips curled into a subtle smile, a gesture that seemed to convey a sense of satisfaction and understanding. "That is a decision for you and your crew to make, Commander. Our purpose here was to assist you in establishing a permanent presence on this lunar surface and to share our knowledge and resources in service of that goal." Grayson felt a pang of sadness at the prospect of parting ways, but she knew that the human crew had been forever changed by their encounter with the alien civilization. The knowledge and technology they had gained would be a transformative force, not just for the lunar colony, but for the entire future of humanity. "Then we will carry on the work you have helped us to start," she said, her voice resolute. "This outpost will stand as a testament to the power of cooperation and the boundless potential of human-alien collaboration." As the time came for the astronauts to depart, they found themselves filled with a profound sense of awe and gratitude. The alien vessel, with its sleek, otherworldly design, hovered gracefully above the lunar surface, a silent witness to the culmination of their historic mission. Ramirez, his eyes shining with excitement, turned to Grayson, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. "Can you believe it, Commander? We're going home, but we're not the same people who left. We've seen the future, and it's beyond anything we could have imagined." Sophie Nguyen, the astrophysicist, nodded in agreement, her expression thoughtful. The implications of what we've learned and accomplished here are truly staggering. I can't wait to share our findings with the world and see how humanity responds to this extraordinary revelation. Grayson smiled, her heart swelling with a sense of pride and determination. And that's exactly what we'll do. We'll return to Earth as ambassadors of a new era, one where the boundaries between our world and the unknown have been forever shattered. As the human crew boarded the spacecraft, they cast one last glance towards the lunar colony, its bustling activity a testament to the power of human ingenuity and the promise of interstellar cooperation. Grayson knew that the memories of their time on the moon would forever be etched in their minds, a source of inspiration and resolve as they embarked on the journey back to Earth. The spacecraft's engines roared to life, and the crew felt the familiar sensation of liftoff, the pull of gravity gradually fading as they left the lunar surface behind. Grayson, her gaze fixed on the receding outpost, couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia and anticipation. "Homeward bound," she murmured, her voice tinged with a mixture of wonder and determination. "But our journey is only just beginning." As the human spacecraft approached Earth, the crew found themselves filled with a mixture of emotions: joy at the prospect of returning home, and a profound sense of awe and responsibility at the knowledge they were bringing back with them. The news of the human-alien collaboration and the establishment of the thriving lunar outpost had spread rapidly across the globe, captivating the imagination of people from all walks of life. The implications of this extraordinary encounter were staggering, promising to usher in a new era of scientific and technological advancement that would transform the very foundations of human civilization. Commander Grayson, her gaze fixed on the rapidly approaching blue and green orb, felt a surge of pride and determination. The journey they had undertaken had been fraught with challenges, but the rewards had been beyond anything they could have imagined. "We're almost home," she murmured, her voice tinged with a mixture of relief and anticipation. "I can't wait to share what we've accomplished with the world." Ramirez, who had been quietly monitoring the spacecraft's systems, turned to face his commander, his expression solemn. "You know, Commander, I can't help but wonder how the world is going to react to all of this. I mean, we're not just bringing back advanced technology and scientific breakthroughs. We're bringing back the knowledge that we're not alone in the universe." Grayson nodded, her brow furrowed in thought. "I know, John. It's going to be a lot for people to process. But I also believe that this revelation has the power to unite us, to inspire us to reach for even greater heights." Sophie Nguyen, the astrophysicist, who had been lost in contemplation, spoke up, her voice filled with a sense of wonder. "Just think of it, you two. The boundaries of our understanding have been shattered. We've glimpsed the vast expanse of the cosmos, and we've seen the potential for cooperation and progress that lies beyond our own world. This is a pivotal moment in human history, one that could reshape the very trajectory of our species." Grayson felt a surge of pride and optimism. "Exactly. And it's our job to make sure that this opportunity is seized, to guide humanity forward into this new era of discovery and collaboration." As the spacecraft touched down on the familiar soil of Earth, the crew was greeted by a throng of eager onlookers, scientists, politicians, and members of the public, all clamoring to hear their stories and witness the fruits of their historic mission. Grayson, her gaze sweeping across the crowd, couldn't help but feel a sense of overwhelming emotion. This was the moment they had been working towards for years, and the weight of their accomplishments was not lost on her. "Ladies and gentlemen," she began, her voice strong and clear, "we stand before you today as representatives of a new chapter in human history. Our journey to the moon has not only yielded unprecedented scientific and technological advancements, but it has also brought us into contact with an advanced extraterrestrial civilization, one that has shared its knowledge and resources with us, and has pledged to work alongside us in unlocking the mysteries of the universe." The crowd erupted into a deafening roar of applause and excitement, the palpable sense of wonder and possibility filling the air. "This is just the beginning," Grayson continued, her expression resolute. With the help of our new alien allies, we have established a permanent human presence on the lunar surface, laying the groundwork for future exploration and settlement. And as we move forward, we are committed to sharing our findings, our discoveries, and our vision for a future where humanity stands united, not just as citizens of Earth, but as citizens of the cosmos. As the crew emerged from the spacecraft, they were met with a sea of cameras and reporters, all clamoring to capture the historic moment. The images and stories that would emerge from this day would be seared into the collective consciousness of humanity, a testament to the power of exploration, cooperation, and the boundless potential that lies beyond the confines of our planet. For the human crew, the journey had been one of transformation, of overcoming adversity and embracing the unknown. And as they looked towards the future, they couldn't help but feel a profound sense of optimism and determination, a conviction that the path ahead, though uncertain, would be one of unprecedented discovery and progress. "The future is ours," Grayson murmured, her gaze fixed on the horizon. "And together, with our alien allies, we will redefine the boundaries of human achievement and chart a course towards the stars."